What is personal branding?
I'll probably tell with a sort of an example or a quote by Jim Rohn, which says that the harder you work on yourself, the harder you get out of your life. No matter what company you're working for, no matter what background you're coming from, the more you are visible to the crowd out there, the more you are sold.
A student is earning 2000 with their college and doing YouTube or something on personal branding on their own. And a person who is into some nice job, corporate job of 10K and no one knows him.
That's what his life ends. But this guy has been going out of his comfort zone. He's going to college, one. He's getting money out of it, two. Third, he's also investing in himself. Like, it takes guts for everyone out there to go and click on camera and then make sure that you're speaking every single day or you're making yourself visible to the crowd out there. So that speaks confidence. Personal branding is something that sells you even though you're not in the room. Let's say if a product is there out in the market, how do you sell it? How do you make sure that it is visible in the market? Is what there are salespeople needed for. Let's say that there was this famous movie called Wolf of Wall Street wherein that guy was selling a pen. So it's not on the pen that you're selling. It's like how you're selling it is important.
How's Canada treating you?
That's a tough question which people keep asking me every single day. So I don't have to lie. Canada is good. I mean, I have to say that there were a lot of instances wherein you feel like going back to India because obviously you are out of your comfort zone. But a point comes in wherein you feel like, okay, this is what I've decided. I have to go for it no matter what. So that's why I'm like, cool. Canada is good. I might have a different answer after a few years. I would say that Canada is better. But right now, I would say Canada is good.
There are a lot of difficulties in jobs. A lot of things are going on. I hope we'll be able to solve some questions of people who are wishing to start their business, go into sales, get some, hold over tech sales job,
Right.
or improve their business acumens.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's say,
that's what
or personal branding.
Personal branding.
I hope this podcast help in that.
Absolutely,
So-
it's going to do for sure.
Basically, let's tell our viewers what is personal branding. What does it mean by personal branding?
I'll probably tell with a sort of an example or a quote by Jim Rohn, which says that the harder you work on yourself, the harder you get out of your life. No matter what company you're working for, no matter what background you're coming from, the more you are visible to the crowd out there, the more you are sold. So I would say that your face is something which is more visible to the crowd out there. Because right now, if I'm working with a company, only my company's people know what I'm doing within the job. But the world out there doesn't know what I'm doing, right? What brings me here to Canada. So I guess we have to make sure that you're visible out in the market, because I think that publicity works more than advertising. The more your face is public, the more you're out there where people want to poach you, that people want to have you. So personal branding is something like it's all on your face.
Let's compare two people.
Okay.
One is earning $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $2,000, $3,000, something like a student earning basic salary.
Basic salary. Okay, I got you.
And having a personal branding, like a nice personal branding. Another person is earning 10K with no
10K.
personal branding.
No personal branding.
No one knows, but he is earning 10,000. What is better?
I believe for now,
Where is the future?
future is personal branding, the one with the 2K job. Because, I might have different opinions. There are a few people at the age, like my age is 26, I'm earning a 6-figure salary. So at the age of, like, let's say that guy is earning 10K, but he's only doing for himself. Like, if let's say that his job is gone one day and he's interviewing for some other company, like, will he be able to prove that what he was working there is going to give him more and more salary? Obviously, experience matters as well. But at the same time, like for sales, your face matters. The more people want to do business with the people in those companies. People don't want to do business with the company. So let's say that I'm the face of my company, OpenText. People want to do business with me. And eventually they want to do business with OpenText. So I would say that it's like a juggling parameter between these two. But right now I'm more inclined towards the guy with the 2K because I'll have my bet on him other than this guy. Because I feel that this guy might do something good with his life. Yeah. So I have a different opinion. I'm sorry about
that's
that.
what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you see both of them in, let's say, a 10-year period?
At a
At a 10-year period, after 10 years.
After 10 years, this guy would probably be working with 5 different companies, probably starting a new job all on his own. And then, like, for example, what did you do? You were from Ukraine, then you were in India, and then you've been brought up here.
I'm talking about a student, let's say.
About a student.
About a student opening their YouTube channel. A lot of people are starting influencing these days, and
Right.
they're starting it as a side gig.
Side gig.
I would say it a personal branding.
Yeah,
In
that's
one
exactly.
way,
It's a
right?
personal branding.
So they are selling themselves. They're selling their experiences or something. So it's like a student is earning 2,000 with their college and doing YouTube or something on personal branding on their own. And a person who is into some nice job, corporate job of 10K and no one knows him.
No one knows him.
But he goes and comes back.
So that's what his life ends. But this guy has been going out of his comfort zone. He's going to college, one. He's getting money out of it, too. Third, he's also investing in himself. Like, it takes guts for everyone out there to go and click on camera and then make sure that you're speaking every single day or you're making yourself visible to the crowd out there. So that speaks confidence. So I would bet my money more on the confidence than a good higher salary. So yeah, I mean, any single time.
And where do you see both of them in 10 years? My question was that.
Oh, in 10 years, I would see this guy probably, like I said, working with 5 different companies or probably starting something of his own. And this guy would be content with his life. When I say content, he would be satisfied with what he's earning. He doesn't want to get out of his comfort zone, which everyone else in the room might have a different opinion, but is what I can say. Yeah. He might be still there, but he might be working his ass off on his companies and on his where he wants to see himself in 10 years.
Again, success means different for everyone.
Right.
Someone can say that, okay, this 10K is success for me and I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Another one can be hungry even after 100K a month.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? What is that contentment that you told about, that you feel content in yourself? What is that contentment for you? What is
For
that
me?
content for you?
So it's more on the personal lines, if I might say. So before coming to Canada, like, I had an educational loan. Like, I couldn't take a lot of loan because I had a property loan as well, which I've got an apartment back in India. But my father spent his life savings on my education for me to come down here and start from scratch. So I recently bought an apartment back home, like I told, and they are going to move in their apartment. So that's success for me. Second, I bought a plot back in India. So that is something like my father wanted to have a plot back in India, and then he wanted to build a house, like from scratch. He wants to be an architect or something of those lines, which he couldn't do in his childhood. So right now he's doing. So that is success for me. Like, retiring my mom at a very young age that is success for me. So my success is different. It's more on the personal lines. And when I say success in my terms, I would say that right now at the age of 26, I'm at a 6-figure salary and I'm doing quite well for myself. Going into all of these things. So I would say this is success for me. At the end of the day, when you're getting up the next day, I'm happy about getting into the job. I'm not sad that, oh shit, I don't have to do this job. Because sales is something that is motivating me every single day to push past my limits. And that's what I'm here for. So I would say success is this for me.
Now I'll come back to those two characters that you're talking about, right? Character A and character B. We talked about how do you see them in 10 years? Where do you see them in 10 years? Now let's talk about how their careers will grow, or how they'll grow personally and in a family, like in their surroundings, how will they grow, right?
Okay.
Because it's very important for people near you to learn from you something.
Right.
And you to learn from them.
Right.
So where do you see both of them? One earning 10K a month for 10 years, another earning 2K a month, a student, trying side gigs, trying some new businesses.
And after 10 years, where will be?
10 years.
There's one famous quote.
Okay.
You're the average of 5 people you spend your time with. Now imagine, go ahead, close your eyes and just think about the 5 people you have on your dialer list, or 5 people you spend your time on a daily basis apart from your working culture. So if you see that those 5 people are successful, you're going to be the average of them. That's true. So I cover myself with people around like Tom Bilyeu, like David Goggins, Simon Sinek. Like, these people are my motivators. Like, these are something that I'm influenced by every single day. So I would say that this guy out here is spending his mind and his energy with people around. Let's say that if I want to be a content creator or a personal I want to make sure that I'm doing personal branding. I would follow these people, right?
Of course.
When you follow such people, you try to be around them. So that's where this guy is leading into. This guy on the other side is not following anyone. He's just content with his life. I'm not saying that he's not earning well. He is earning well, but he's doing just for himself. He's not growing as such. But this guy is keeping himself out there with the people around where he wants to be. So
from a satellite point of view,
okay,
both of them, this one looks underdeveloped.
Underdeveloped.
This one is developed.
Developed.
Right? This one looks that it might take him a lot of time. And what is he doing with these side gigs? Why not to focus on one place? Many people say this thing, right?
To start with, you have to focus on one place.
Of course.
So for me, while coming down to Canada, I just focused on getting a job first. So after getting a job, I'm able to do these things. So this guy is also right on his part. This guy is also right on his part. But you start with doing good at one thing and then excelling in the other things.
Okay, let's start with the basics of personal branding now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
What is the basic of personal branding? What is the meaning of personal branding? In easy terms, layman language, what is personal branding?
Oh, in layman language. Okay. Personal branding is something that sells you even though you're not in the room. So let's say that I was at the Redefined event the other day. So I haven't met anyone at the Redefined event. And I was only connected with them on LinkedIn. And people were like, I was crowded with people around there. The reason why I was crowded is because I was doing personal branding. I was showcasing myself to the world out there as to what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. What sort of mindset I'm carrying. What sort of character I'm living in. What sort of things that I'm doing on a daily basis. So that's how people recognize me. And that's how they want to talk to me. I'm not saying I'm doing best at what I do, but I'm saying that I'm working on myself. So personal branding is something that a guy or a girl is working on himself, no matter what is what it is. Like in layman's term, if I have to say. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are the 5 principles you would like to say of personal branding?
Principles.
If we have to define any 5 principles.
One is mindset. Second is character. Third is discipline. Then fourth is the vigor. Like, are you going to the job with vigor? And fifth is consistency. So doing the same thing that you're doing on a repetitive basis is what personal branding, like consistency is. So these are the 5 things. Yeah.
Each day when you do something, it's not possible every day you pass. Every day you are successful in that.
Yeah, exactly.
There are actually, I would say in 100 days, 90 are failures. And 10 days are passing days for you in the initial days.
In the initial days.
Yeah.
But then you have to make sure that how you're going to convert those 90 into like reducing that number. Let's say that the first 100 is done. I'm not saying that you have to get up the next day at 5 a.m. every single day. But at least you need to start. There was a saying back in India which our mom used to say. You have to do one thing continuously for 21 days. 22nd day, you get used to it. You don't even need an alarm. So we have to put our body in the difficult state of doing uncomfortable things. I mean, that's when you grow, is what I feel. I mean, I've been growing myself every single day. I'm like a 5 a.m. club member. I get up at 5 a.m., go to gym every single day, and then go to office. So that's what my schedule looks like. So it's like, I'm not saying that I do it 7 days a week. I do it 5 or 6 days a week, but still I do it, right? So that's what it is.
Talking about let's say about your job right now. It's into tech sales, right? A sales job. First of all, talking about sales, and then we'll go to tech sales.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah.
How do you define a sales profession? What is it for you? How is it connected with personal branding?
See, now, if I want to talk about sales, sales is something that, let's say if a product is there out in the market, how do you sell it? How do you make sure that it is visible in the market? Is what there are salespeople needed for. Let's say that there was this famous movie called Wolf of Wall Street wherein that guy was selling a pen. So it's not on the pen that you're selling. It's like how you're selling it is important. So I think sales is something like selling without selling it. I mean, making sure that you have to do this without doing this. So my definition might be a bit wrong, but then sales is that thing wherein a product is there and you have to make it visible to the market out there. You don't have to specifically talk about the product, but you have to sell it in a way that people want to buy it.
Now, to go a bit deeper into this, what businesses try to do and they fail, the mistake what they do is advertising.
Yeah, that's what I can say.
Again, advertising is not a mistake, but only advertising and wrong advertising is a mistake. Because not spending on their branding and just, as you told, to showcase your product, just to have a photo and put social media ads, it's not going to help.
It's not going to help. You have to connect or resonate with the audience. So, I mean, I was at this famous, there's this brand called, I'm not recollecting the name though. They did not spend anything on the product. They never spent anything.
On the product?
On the product.
Okay.
So, there's a famous energy drink brand, if you might not know. So, they never talk about their product. It gives you wings is what they say. So, they never talk about the product, but the branding that they do, wherein there are some stunt performers who are like flying from the, like, they're flying from the chopper and doing some crazy stunts, is what I can see on Instagram Reels or something. Like, people are inclined towards this. Like, this energy drink is something that is on a next level. I mean, how about I go and buy it? Also, they had done a similar thing wherein, when they launched it, they used to throw cans in the garbage out there. So people used to think that, okay, this is that energy drink, a lot of people are drinking, so I might as well go and buy it. So that's what personal branding is, or that's what the publicity or advertising is. So you don't have to have a stronger product, but your advertising or your vision should be strong about it. It should connect with the audience out there.
But is the product also that important? I think, of course.
Product is also very important. Product is also very important.
Because when a customer will have your product in hand, and if it's not worth it, it's not, the customer is not going to repeat.
Exactly. So
second time you'll not have the customer.
So it first depends on the product, and then upgrading that product from time to time. You can't just have one simple energy drink. You need to have different flavors. So you now have to compete with the market. How will you do it? By being updated with the market trends. So that's how, like, some startups might fail, because they are so niche into one particular thing that they forget, or they try not to focus on the other things, which eventually helps them to fail. So that's what I would say.
What about sales being sales is usually seen as a job where you can earn as much as you wish.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. Because you're earning because of your potential. It's not a fixed, a salary job or something like that. And people say that if you can earn most from something, it's sales.
Right.
Because you're getting a cut. You're getting a percentage out of it. And every salesperson, I would say, makes mistakes, learns from experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like year-on-year growth, and it takes multiple years to go through that cycle where you can say that now I am into sales and now I know these, skills that are needed to sell the product. What mistakes have you made?
Oh, what mistakes I have made? I have made multiple mistakes in my life, I would have to say.
People would learn more from your mistakes than your success stories or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a time wherein I emailed a CIO of a company stating I captain, and I captain or sir is what I have said. So in German, in like general language, if I am opening the door for someone, you go ahead, sir, is what you say here in Canada, right? So I did say to that particular gentleman on an email, and then he got offended. You cannot see me, sir. And then I was like talking to my manager. I was like, why is he getting mad? I'm giving him respect. So she's like, you can only call sir in particular region because those people are from military. So they only respect people who are from military. You cannot call anyone sir in that particular region. That's when I understood, okay, so there are different regions in the United States as well, wherein you literally don't call anyone by the name sir or by the name I captain. So that is what I learned during my very first month of joining my company. So I would say that mistakes are the part. So until unless you don't make a mistake, you are not growing. Because once you know how you made that mistake, your mind then starts thinking, oh, I don't have to go that way, I have to go this way. So that's how your mind starts thinking.
And if a student wants to go into tech sales, let's break it down to steps one by one.
Absolutely.
How?
Well, he first should have vigor in him.
Okay.
I mean, a hustle mindset. Like at the end of the day, you make sure that your mind is prepared to take 99 no's and 1 yeses. So sales is all about patience. Every single day, people might be thinking that I'm earning quite well, I'm earning a 6-figure salary. But at the end of the day, once I go back home, I know how my day went. But I'm happy doing this thing. So a person, if he wants to get into sales, he should have that mindset first, and he should have the power of having patience. Because sales never comes easy. There are highs, there are lows. So we need to survive in those highs and lows. So if a guy or a girl is not good at having patience or is not good at having a crazy life, then they should not get into sales. But if they are, they should get into sales. Every day we are selling ourselves. I am selling myself right now. You are selling yourself right now. So we are selling ourselves every single day.
And what are the steps to go into tech sales? How they can land a job in tech sales?
Oh, first, I mean, obviously, if you want to get into sales, you should have a good LinkedIn profile. You need to connect with the mentors in sales. So let's say that if I want to go into like car sales, if I want to go into mobile sales, I need to make sure that I'm surrounding myself with people who have done that. Then third is trying to connect with people, having coffee chats with those people and making sure that what are the skills they have learned and what are the skills I can learn from my background. So, I mean, just try to get into the path of going there. So surround yourself with the people who are already doing that. So if I want to talk about me, so I got into sales for a very particular reason, if I may share. So have you heard of LIC back in India? Yeah. I was selling LIC at the age of 16. So right after my college, when I was doing degree, I was into my diploma in mechanical engineering. There was an IT hub back in India in Koregaon Park, like in Hinjewadi. So people used to come out there for a smoke and a tea break. So I used to wear my formals and probably go down there and talk about LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. And they would be like, what do you want? I just had to create a lead, like pass on the lead to actual agent. So I used to get 10 rupees per lead out of it. So that's how I started selling. So that's the journey where I started. And then I got into like an actual sales wherein I got into B2C, then B2B, and then now into tech sales. So you have to start from scratch. You can't directly go into the tech sales job. You have to start something like mobile sales, or you have to start something like car sales, or you have to start something like a convenience store sales. Like,
now, a 16-year-old selling LIC policies on road.
Yeah.
Informals.
Yeah.
Trying to convince.
Exactly.
To get 10 rupees out of the customer.
Yeah.
And the customer knows that, this guy will get some money out of me if he sells it.
So, no, I wasn't getting money from them.
Yeah,
I was getting the name and number
but customer at the back of the mind knows.
Yeah, he knows.
That if I'm paying something, and if this guy is coming to me, that means he's getting something out of me.
Right.
What is the response? And how do you cope with it? Because there are 90 no's coming.
I mean, absolutely. Like I said, sales is so tough. I used to get responses like, no, I don't want to give you a number. Then I used to be like, oh, shit, why? Okay. Take a breath and then go back again. So every single time I used to get a response as no. But then after a certain point in time, you get so used to no, then you don't feel anything about that no. You keep on going. So I would say that if I hit 100 darts, 10 of them would get successful. But I would keep doing it on a month-on-month basis. If I had 100 darts, 90 of them would get successful. So it's all about keep on going. I mean, sometimes people used to be like out of pity, chal tu le number bhai. ठीक है, ये ले, नाम ले, number ले, this is my address, okay, have someone call me. So they see the hard work that this guy is going through and maybe they saw that in me and maybe that is why they used to give their details. So that's what I wanted in the end, right?
But how was, for a 16-year-old, it's very hard because I started doing sales when I was 17.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When I started my own company and we were like a team and we used to call people and all that. So it's like you have to listen no's, a lot of no's as you told. A lot of no's,
yeah.
And to bounce back with that energy that I have to call again. It takes a lot of efforts.
One thing that keeps on motivating me is money. People keep saying that money is not the only part. You don't run after the money. But if I wouldn't have run after the money back in 2016, I wouldn't be here today. So even if I was taking that one no, I know that after 10 seconds, if I take a break and probably go back again to those people and then convince that one people, I make 10 rupees out of it. So money is something that kept me going. So we come from a very humble background back in India, wherein my dad, he isn't even graduated. He's like 7th standard pass back in India. But he never had the audacity to, to make sure that he wanted to learn something, because he was so engrossed into doing things for us. So I felt like money was such a motivating factor for me back then, that at least I want to make him proud. At least I want to make my mom proud. They never used to tell me like, go and work. No, I did it on my own because that's what kept me going. So at the end of the day, you should have this ambition. Yeah.
For people who say money doesn't matter, money is not the first priority.
Oh, okay. Then I would say that reach at a particular level and then say those words. You cannot say those words when you are nowhere in life. Money is something that keeps motivating me. There was this famous dialogue by Shah Rukh Khan.
Exactly. I was coming to that one.
Yeah. So, पहले वहाँ पे पहुँचो फिर बात करो.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. Money.
No one listens to a poor philosopher.
Exactly. No one.
Firstly, you have to become rich, then a philosopher.
Then a philosopher. Exactly.
Comes back to mindset, I would say. A positive, a hustling mindset. Because I recently listened to a video and they were saying a person who is doing a job, right? If the job is not upscaling you in some way, or like your sales job, tomorrow if you want to start a company, the only thing you need is sales.
Sales.
And if you know sales, you're going to crack customers easily.
Right. Easily.
Right? They say that if you can start a company, if you can start something of your own, so that tomorrow your offsprings don't have to hustle as you did.
As you did, right.
If you started from 1 and came to 10, they'll start from 10 and go to 100.
Exactly.
They'll not have to start from 1 again.
1 again, right.
Again, coming to character A and character B.
Okay.
Character B might hustle a lot in life in first 5-10 years.
Right.
But the next 50 years you're going to live will be worth it.
Worth it, happily.
This person is happy at a level of, let's say, 60% on the day 1, but he's going to be at 60% only for whole his life. Okay. Is what I feel. But this person is right now ups and downs.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's gonna go somewhere, and his offspring's
they're gonna benefit from
leverage from that.
Exactly. Actually. Yeah. I mean, what is Ambani doing out there? Ambani is doing the same thing. Like like his father had put up at a particular level, and then Ambani is trying to take it up from there. And he has probably had so many cross companies opened, like we wouldn't even know the names if you want to try list them down. So that's what you have to do, right? I mean, people learn from the mistakes their ancestors has made, and then they keep on pushing it. So I would say that, like I said, this person is something that is starting from scratch and is not giving up, but he's gonna go there to 100%. This person is just at 60%.
And he'll stay there.
He'll stay there. But he is going. There is no limit for him. He can probably cross 100 as well. We never know, right?
Of course.
So, yeah, I mean, this guy is something he's gonna do great.
Because he's constantly doing one thing for next 50 years. But this person is doing one thing, second thing, third thing, fourth hustling and learning. The learning culture has to be there.
There is this famous quote by Learn. One of the CEOs of my company back in India, where he interviewed for me, he told me that first you learn, then you remove the letter L, and then you earn. So I guess learning is the most important part. Not just earning. This guy is just earning. He's not learning anything now. This guy is learning, but at a certain point in time, he will remove the letter L and he'll just earn while learning. So that is more important. Yeah.
We were talking about sales. Let's come back to that topic.
Yeah. People
confuse two topics. That's what I have seen. Sales and marketing. Now, talking about this whole concept of sales and marketing, it's all about reaching to the customer showing them you have a product or a service, and making them buy it some way, right? This is the whole circle of sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is going till the customer, and sale is selling to the customer.
Selling to the customer.
What is the difference?
Now I'll tell you one thing. Have you heard of Lamborghini?
Yes.
Have you seen even Lamborghini ads till now? No. Because Lamborghini doesn't do its marketing. Because the crowd that Lamborghini sells to, they don't sit around and watch TV. Simple as that. So Lamborghini doesn't do marketing, Lamborghini just do sales. Whereas if I take a company named XYZ, whose cars that we're using on a daily basis, they are doing the marketing on the TV, on Instagram, on social media, or everywhere. And then once you go down to the store, you buy it from the sales guy. So that sales guy is selling you, and the company is marketing the product to you by this visual ads. So that's what marketing is. Simple as that. So like you said, showing the product and then making it reach the customer's mind. And then once the customer goes down to the store, a seller is someone who is selling it. That's what sales is. And this is what marketing is. Simple as that.
What is more important, marketing or sales?
Both are important, I would say. I mean, if you don't have a good product, Lamborghini has a good product. One. That's why it doesn't have to do marketing. That's why the cars are sold very easily. Whereas for the companies like XYZ, marketing is more important rather than selling, because once marketing is done, they don't have to probably sell or like probably put in 100% efforts while selling it. They just have to say 50% and make sure that if the customer wants to buy, it's okay. If doesn't want to buy, it's okay. Like, marketing is important for the companies who have been starting from scratch, and then I think sales is important for the companies who knows that what are the target audience that I'm selling into. Simple as that. Both are important.
What about startups?
Startups marketing is important. Sales is not important. Just marketing. For companies like OpenText, we don't actually talk about the product. I mean, if you go on Google and talk about our solutions, like, we don't try to showcase it out there because we are already the leaders in the space. So we don't have to spend a lot of money in marketing. We just sell it. Simple as that. Yeah.
This is all about marketing and sales. And we connected personal branding with it. Right? Now, you have experience in strategy.
Right.
Strategy building for a company. How this thing connects with strategy building, and how is it important for a startup?
So in terms of startup, I would say that I've worked with startups in the past, but when I say about my company here, when I want to do a strategy of a particular company that I want to break into. So are you saying that how I'm breaking into companies, like big companies, like how I'm starting to initiate those discussions? Are you talking about that?
That thing as well, and other strategies as well, what you create for the company to grow in the market.
Or what I create for the company. So basically my role is to initiate those discussions. So when I say I'm initiating those discussions, I research about the company. I check their annual billing report. I check that what the company is looking into for the next fiscal year. Are there any initiatives that the company is focused on which they've posted on LinkedIn? Let's say that I'm talking to a CIO of a company. What are the things that I would be talking about with them? This is like the basic parameters, which obviously I am doing. But at the same time, 19 other people are doing the same thing. They are going and researching about the company. But how I would get into that company, which is like $1 billion company, I research about that person. What has he posted on LinkedIn? What is he into? Is it into rock climbing? Is it into like skiing? Or is he into like running? Third is, what is he interested into? Where is he liking? Where is he commenting? What is his mindset like? And then I try to frame my email around that. So my email, let's say that the first point of contact I'm having with the CIO of a big company, it's on an email or a cold call. So when I'm sending an email, my email is basically relying on 5 different parameters. Strive framework, which is called as story, trust, respect, immense value, and end context. So what is it that I'm providing for that guy through these 5 parameters is when he's going to respond to me. So that's how my mind works. So when you asked about strategy, so Strive framework is something that I work on while I'm talking to these companies.
About email, when you were talking about, I remember this girl who came on Shark Tank India.
Okay.
And she told about consistency. You remember the video?
Yeah. I remember that video.
Knock on the door every day.
Every day.
Someone will open.
Someone will open.
I think this works for everyone.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
Because if someone is emailing you every day for the next 40 days, one day you'll open the email and say,
let's have a chat. Yeah, let's have a chat.
Even if for 5 minutes, even if I have to say him no, but let me open the email, talk to the person, and then say no.
Right, that happens. So I'll tell you one funny thing. There was a big, I would say, a Fortune 100 company. It's a big bank out there in the United States. I won't take the name. I'm talking to the CIO right now. So when I say that I'm talking to a CIO, you wouldn't imagine I sent him 68 emails over the course of 1 year. I never got a meeting booked. But the other day, I personalize my emails. I try to make sure that I'm trying to keep them funny. So I used a very funny email once. It was like a follow-up email. So let's say that his name is like XYZ. Hi XYZ. My emails tend to get missed in the morning rush at times. They like to play hide and seek within inbox and spam folder. But if you try finding it, could you please reply to me? And then I add a Mr. Bean image to it. And then say that this is what I'm still waiting for your reply. And the very next thing, after 68 emails, that guy responded to me saying that, you're a very funny sales guy, Rahul. I have a lot of vendors send me information, but you are something that are trying to be out of the box. So he never talked to me yet, but he still responded to me. So like you said, you have to continuously keep knocking. Someday someone will respond. So that guy now knows my name, is connected with me on LinkedIn, and we have already started initiating discussions with them. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about consistency.
Because some way your talent can be 40%, 50%, can be a little low, it's fine. Your skills can improve in future, but if you're consistent, it'll pay off.
Pay off. You know what? There is this famous quote which I posted on LinkedIn as well the other day. Hard work beats talent every single day. If you're working hard on yourself, if you're working hard and passionate about what you do, you don't need talent. You're automatically getting talent. Like that famous dialogue back in Three Idiots, like you have to start searching for excellence, start running for excellence. Success is going to come to you no matter what. So just keep on excelling or spiking your learning curve. Things will fall at the right place.
And it's not going to be easy. That is for sure.
Absolutely not.
If it's easy, it's not your path.
It's not your path. You have to constantly put yourself in a position when you're challenging yourself and wherein you don't have to give up. That's what success is for me, and that's what excellence is for me, I would say.
We also do a bit of research.
Okay.
For our guests. There is a line that is close to you.
Oh, okay.
I'd like you to talk about it. Talk stories that are connected to that.
Oh, okay.
Start filling your cup.
Oh, wow. That line. That is one of the most interesting discussions. Like, I would say that was one of my pivotal moments of my life. Like,
you see, we also go through.
You did your research, I would say. So back in February when I went back to India, I mean, I had to go meet my parents like after getting a job, and I had to go, like I was missing them. So I was dating a person like for the past 13 years now. And
13 years?
13 years, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we were dating from school time. So things didn't fall into the right place because I don't know if I should share, but there were certain things that were beyond our control. It's not like we had something or we had differentiation between us, or like we still have so much of respect, love, and gratitude for each other. But then we had to take that decision for the betterment of our families. So when families are getting involved, we have to make sure that we are respecting it, because I'm here because of my family today. So we respected that, and I came back. So once I came back to Canada, I was still talking to them, like talking to the girl. But a point came in where I stopped talking. And I felt like at the end of the day, when I'm coming back home, I have no one to talk to. I mean, I'm doing good at my job. I'm doing good at so many things. But at the end of the day, you feel so lonely. So I was at the lowest point in my life. And during one of my one-on-ones with my manager, she got to know that there is something wrong with Rahul. What is it? So I did not say anything. So then I opened up to her, like, and I started, like, tears were falling down my eyes. And then she was like, what happened? Then I told her everything. So then she was like, Rahul, I don't know what I could do to help you to get out of this, but I can only tell you that start filling your cup. Monday to Friday when I'm working, I don't think about that thing because personal life doesn't matter. I don't let my emotions come in between. But Saturday, Sundays, where those days are, I was like, I don't have anything to do. I mean, I'm still thinking about that person. Should I go back and talk to that person, fight with my family, fight with their family? But then when I talked to my manager, she was like, you can't do anything now. Once you've taken a decision, work on it. So I started filling my cup, and that's when I got into LinkedIn content creation. I joined Redefined into business development and strategy team. I'm a member of Rev Genius, sales and marketing professionals. Then I'm a member of Toastmasters. Then I'm doing my tech sales job as well. So that is the point in time wherein I started working on myself. So I don't have any weekdays in my life. I mean, my weekday starts from Monday and on Sunday evening. So I'm hustling every single day just to make sure that I'm not thinking about that thing. So yeah, I mean, say that I would give this to my manager who helped me a lot to be where I am today. So you need that one person to tell you something, right? To, have that spark in you. So that was the point wherein my manager saw that, and then I started working on it. So yeah, that was the pivotal moment of my life.
If this podcast can change anyone's life, and you have to talk to someone who is watching, I'd like you to.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I only want to say that today I'm here because of people who have supported me every single day back in India. And I'm so grateful to them for what they have done. And it's like, I can never repay them back. It is not even like, I cannot even weigh that. But I can only say a few things that I only wish nothing but immense success and happiness for them, because there is nothing I can do now for them. They have done so much for me that I am highly grateful. So I would say that probably I want to wish them a good and happy life back in India, and I would want to owe my life to them right now where I am today. So they should be in the good books for sure.
One message for the viewer. A message for the viewer who may feel demotivated, right? Who is watching this podcast. Of course, if they're watching the podcast, they want to go into sales. They want to strive something. They're not that person, character A, but character B.
Character B.
Right? They can earn 10,000, but they are limiting themselves to 2,000.
2,000.
Because it's giving them time to strive.
Right.
It's giving them time to go into 5 different companies and pitch themselves and learn something new.
Right.
But there are personal things
that are holding them back. Yeah.
There are professional things holding them back. There are bonds that are holding them back. There are sleepless nights, insomnias that are holding them back. What's for them?
Life has its challenges, I would say. I mean, I've seen no life with no struggles. Every single day you are struggling. But there's this famous quote by Rocky Balboa, like Sylvester Stallone. Like I'm a fan of Sylvester Stallone. It's like life knocks you down every single day. But the moment when you get up, keep fighting it every single day, that's what true talent is. You have to keep on. Life throws you a lot of punches, but you have to get up and keep fighting. So I would say that no one's life is easy. Everyone's life is difficult. But then I cannot whine about it because my life struggles are very small as compared to your life struggles. Because I'm very young, but you might have seen so much in your life that I cannot even compare myself to you. So I would say that instead of whining, just work on yourself. Don't let your emotions take control of you. Make sure that you're disciplined in life.
So, everyone's life is different.
Yeah.
They have to live their own life.
Enjoy it.
Embrace it.
So you have to find a way to work on yourself without letting your emotions control you. Because once you let that happen, you'll probably go down. Go up and work on your emotions. I mean, if I would have worked back in March when I had the discussion with my manager, I wouldn't be here today talking to you. I did work on myself, right? I mean, I cannot even tell you what are the like I had lowest depression in my life at a point wherein I felt like, should I go back to India? Should I quit? Or maybe do something which will let my parents down. But I did not let it happen. I did not let my emotions control me. I came here with a purpose, so I just wanted to serve that purpose.
I'll share with you a beautiful story
Mm-hmm.
before we end the podcast.
Absolutely.
And, with the viewers as well and you as well, I'll share a story. So you talked about balls coming at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about the game cricket.
Right.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to this story, so I'll share with you. It's like each day is a ball thrown at you.
Right.
Right? And the day you're knocked out, the day you die. Okay?
Right.
You never know next ball is going to knock you or not.
Mm-hmm.
What do? Will you keep thinking that what if next ball will knock me out? Or if one ball comes white ball or no ball or a bounce or whatever, and you're not able to, take a run or hit a sixer or something, what will you do? Will you leave the next ball as well? And the next ball as well? And keep leaving the balls just because you missed one ball?
No, absolutely not.
If there is one no ball, you'll hit another ball.
Right.
And if there is next no ball as well, you'll hit another ball.
So
because it's coming.
It's coming. It's gonna keep on coming.
It's gonna keep on coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one time you're gonna get knocked out, and that's when you're going to stop.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you'll get one ball each day.
Each day.
To kick.
Right.
This story has motivated me a lot. Because there have been no balls.
Mm-hmm.
There have been balls that are complete bouncers.
Right.
And you don't know what to do.
Exactly.
But it's all about your mindset that you have to swing the bat. That's it.
Swing the bat. And you don't have to think that I can't hit that ball.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think that how can I hit that ball?
Exactly.
So, okay, one ball you're not able to play, it's fine. Next ball, play the next ball. It's fine if you're not able to play the second ball as well. But don't miss the third ball at least.
If you're not able to play 50 balls, that does not mean 51st is not the one you can play.
Exactly. You can play that. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all in the mindset as to how we are thinking. So this guy named Dhoni back in India says that don't worry about the results. Just keep working on the performance. Results are gonna come by. He's like such a chill guy. So it's like I don't know where I'm going after a few years. I don't know. At the age of 26, I'm right now. At the age of 30, I don't know where I'll be. But I only know that if I put in work and if I invest in myself, I know that I'm going to reach at a certain level in life at the age of 30. So yeah, don't worry about the results.
And
just
wherever you will be in life, you will get successful for sure.
Exactly. So success is here.
It's not in the place here.
Yeah. It's here. So
of course.
Everyone has a different definition of success, like you said.
Again.
But it all boils down to what you're trying to get out of your life. So I was talking to my friend while I was coming down here. So they said that I was telling him the story wherein nowadays it's so easy to be successful. Like David Goggins was saying when I was listening to his podcast, it's so easy to be successful because people are getting diverted to social media, people are getting diverted to all the other bullshit. But then, if you keep working on yourself, you can get successful easily. There were like a first generation of people who were 85% of first generation people were billionaires and millionaires. The second generation of people were just 15%. Where did the gap go? Because they are so busy doing some things which they are not supposed to do. So it's all on the mindset that keep working and keep successing in life. Keep working on the things that you're good at. People will follow you. Don't get into the drama of social media, into all these things. Do what you're doing. You'll get success in life. So it's easy to be successful these days, but people are getting distracted. So that I feel that no, you should not.
Again, it was an honor to host you, Rahul.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for being at the Mug Talks.
Same here.
Thank you so much. And I hope people will love the podcast. We'll gain a lot of knowledge from it and we'll host you back soon again. Thank you very much for being at Mug Talks.
Thank you. It was my absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan.